Interesting times, and looks like for the time being we're going to be forced online. But that's okay, there's lots of HEMA related stuff that you can do at home, and so we're going to bring you a series of videos to keep you interested, enthused, and hopefully active while you're all in coronavirus lockdown. We'll do some videos sort of discussing some basic fencing principles, some sort of techniques and flow drills that you can do on your own, or maybe with a trusted partner. We can probably look at some sort of historical stuff, a little bit more about the sort of historical and social context in which these arts were used, just for general educational purposes. And we're also hoping to bring some how to make stuff videos, so you can use your time productively in making some new kit. So there's lots to do and lots to look forward to. So we're hoping to put up videos a little bit more often than usual in order just to keep things ticking along. And we're going to start with a sort of just an analysis thing. I think one of the last videos we put up was Steve Hand's analysis of some sword and buckler bouts that he had down in Hobart. And that caused some discussion up here because we happen to be doing sword and buckler at the moment as well, and so we thought we'd put up our own. So this is me fighting Harry. You'll notice that I'm using the big English buckler. Harry is using the traditional little small buckler. We have found that one doesn't really have the advantage over the other one. It's a matter of personal preference, but having completely retrained myself in the English buckler, I much prefer that to the old one. Here we see the importance of lateral movement as you're attacking. Okay, so I'm making a downright blow, stepping offline. Harry's countercutting underneath my buckler, and if I hadn't moved offline, he would have hit my legs. So this bit's quite neat. What I'm doing is I'm having a swipe at the inside of Harry's buckler arm, and then hoping to draw his sword out so I can come around and hit it from the outside. And it works perfectly, except that, here we go, Harry sees it and pulls his arm back before I get to hit it. So here again, I'm deliberately cutting short, in the hope of parrying Harry's riposte and then getting a second intention attack in. And again, works perfectly. Draw the riposte, parry it, and then Harry gets a bastard guard in the way and intercepts my riposte. So maintaining distance is critical. So you can see here I'm attacking on a triangle step to the right, and flying immediately back out of distance. And that's really the only thing that saves me from Harry's counter thrust under my buckler there. Now here I'm attacking on a triangle step to the left, and again immediately flying out. And again, that's the only thing that saves me from Harry's attack at my legs. And finally a hit. Harry opens up the gap between the sword and the buckler, and I managed to cut in just behind his buckler arm. So here I'm just trying to draw Harry's buckler high and cut underneath. Harry slips that, but note the buckler to prevent Harry's counter-attack. Okay, the buckler's got to be able to track your opponent's sword wherever it is to prevent counter-thrusts and counter-cuts. So one of the reasons I prefer the English buckler is that you can use the spike on it as a parrying dagger. Harry probably would have hit my legs if I didn't have the spike. The downside is that if Harry can draw it low, he can receive it high. So in that case, I dropped the buckler low, thinking it was going to be a cut at my legs, and left my wrist exposed. So here, just look at the use of the extended buckler to offer the sort of maximum cone of protection. While the bucklers are kept extended, they intercept things like that. Even if occasionally you pull them in, you can punch them back out again in order to intercept an attack. Here I'm going to take a hanging guard actually supported by the spike of the buckler, which provides a really strong structure. Now normally Harry could probably whack that hanging guard away and open up line for an attack, but because of the support, Harry's beat had no effect and allowed me to riposte. So we're both getting a bit tired by this time, starting to be a little bit more wary. And Harry separates his sword and buckler, allowing me to cut in between and get to his sword arm. Legs are obviously a big target with sword and buckler, and so slipping a leg is important. But the way that you slip it is different to how you might with a single sword. Basically you need to bring both legs together into quite a sort of stable stance. Like we watch just coming up here, I'm slipping my feet together like that to avoid any potential counterattack. And again. Okay, so that's quite different to how you might slip with a single sword. So we're going to see a few more uses of the slip coming up. Here, using that buckler spike again against the low attack. There's Harry using a slip, getting out of the way. And here I've basically got to slip halfway through making an attack to avoid Harry's counter-attack low at my legs. I start the attack, see the counter-attack, and have to pull that leg back really quick smart. And Harry quite favours the parry high with the buckler and counter-attack low with a thrust or a cut underneath. The disadvantage of that, of course, is one of range. The lower you go, the more range you lose. So in the final exchange that's coming up, Harry's going to go low and I'm going to go high, and I'm going to outreach him so I get the hit and Harry does not. So I'm going to throw a reverse attack to avoid the buckler. And that allows me to drop down onto Harry's arm while he can't quite reach my lower portion. Well, that's that for now, but we'll be back soon with some more. So keep watching.